I study the best guys in the world and I compete against the best guys in the world. And now I'm gonna beat the best guys in the world, and that's just how I see it. I had posted a video on my Instagram and I was running real fast. Like I did about 25 yards in only like 3-4 seconds. And they were just like, wow. And they were like, we think you could set a record. And I was like, sure, if you want me to try it. Guinness World Records is there, everybody's there. Former Olympians, former world record holders are all there supporting me, hyping me up, getting me going, and then I just took off, man. And the crazy thing was, my first one was actually faster than my second one. I was moving so fast that I slid into it and ducked under the sensor. So I had to go do it again. I was expecting, I was like, y'all don't understand, like I'm gonna be under 5 seconds, maybe even under 4, and I called it. The first thing I said, the second I was done, I looked at all of it, I said, I told you. I said, I told you exactly what I was about to do, and I just did it. To be a Guinness World Record title holder, I'm #1. You know, there's nobody faster than me right now. I'm the fastest man on their hands in the world, but at the same time, it also means that my family's winning, my town's winning, and my support group's winning, because without them, I wouldn't be here doing this for you guys. So I was born with Caudal Regression Syndrome. It's a very rare disease. I always work with what I got because I don't really have any other cards that are dealt to me. A lot of people say foster mother. I'm not a big fan of that because she is my mother. The foster care system reached out to my mom, said that we've exhausted all our options, and that could you take in this boy? And then, man, about 7 months later, the conversation came up about me being adopted, and a week after that, I was just like, yeah, this is it, this is what I want. And 5 years later, and it's the best thing that's ever happened to me. Where I was just like, you know what, I'm not gonna be weak anymore, and then I just put in the work as much as I could every day. I was going to 2 or 3 wrestling practices a day for 7 days a week. Man, by the time my senior year of high school came around, I became one of the best guys in the state, and then soon after that, I became one of the best guys in the country. I'm really willing to put it all on the line to achieve my top goal of being the best wrestler, being the best track athlete. It's usually not the first choice for most people, given it's the world's most dangerous and oldest sport, and I just thought it looked fun. Everybody just accepted me in as one of them. They didn't look at me as I was different. They went hard against me just like I wanted them to. And the wrestling world really is like a close family worldwide, and that's what I loved about it. I pushed myself to my absolute limit because by the time I am an Olympian and I'm a world champion wrestler, I'm gonna be shattering glass ceiling repeatedly. My future, I see myself being a multiple-time Olympic champion, and I just see myself being that all-around champ. I want to win more medals than Michael Phelps, dude. I want to be that guy. I'm gonna be that guy, because why not? I know people that have disabilities the same as mine, that have disabilities that are more severe than mine, and I see them becoming high-level athletes every day. It's all about how much heart you got and how much work you're willing to put in. I'll tell that to any kid with disabilities. I'll tell that to a kid that doesn't have a disability. My message stays the same. I just kind of, just whatever rolls off the tongue, rolls off the tongue.
What would you advise anyone who struggles with looking different?
Look at me, I don't care. Because I'm as different as you possibly get. Man, I'm a dude I'm 3 feet 2 inches tall. And I don't always shave my beard. I don't care. I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to take a breath every morning. Take lessons off of that. Take a page of the book from that. You know, the most successful people in the world, they didn't get to where they are about being like, oh, I have to look this way. I have to be certain this way. They were just like, this is who I am. You get a mirror right in front of your face. This is who I am. So this is what you're gonna get. What you see is what you get. And people don't understand that. You need to believe that down to the truest level. When you're yourself, the biggest aspects of who you are gonna shine the brightest.
Like this, I grew up without either of my parents, and went through the foster care system. Was homeless, in and out of being homeless for the first 17 years of my life. And the lessons that I learned were, no matter what your situations are, kindness will always reward. So you gotta always be kind, and you always gotta try to help people. I was the guy giving the shirt off my back because at the end of the day, someone might need it more than me, you know? So growing up, you have to learn how to lift people up and how to give back. And currently, I'm about to be 25 next month, and I am known as a master in the sport of wrestling. So now I'm taking the knowledge and the 18 plus years of experience that I've had under my belt since I was like a toddler, and I'm giving it back to these kids that are starting younger than when I started. And in turn, I remember I gave a kid a set of headgear that was falling apart, and I taught him how to hit a simple like headlock to a underhook with like a knee trip, and like, you can like send a kid flying a little bit. So I showed him that, and then I get sent this video, and this kid is just winning a state title, a youth state title, doing exactly what I showed him. And that is like the transference of energy, the transference of knowledge. Transfer your knowledge and your experience so the next generations can come up even faster and fucking stronger.
First thing I want to talk about is what it means to fail. Losing 200 times isn't fun, let me tell you that. It's mentally taxing. It's extremely hard to overcome if you're not somebody that has an ironclad belief system. My coach always told me, he said, Z, get back up. Z, get back up. Z, get back up. I'm not letting you slack off, get back up. And he would always come up to me. I would get back up time and time again, and I would lose time and time again. And he would tell me, you're not winning right now. You're not losing either. And I took that to heart. Because with every loss that I took, I came back smart. I grew up the first 17 years of my life in the foster care system. And I was raised with no mother, no father, bouncing around about 9, 10 different homes throughout my entire life, from the time I was born to the time I was 17. And during those times, I dealt with a lot of abuse, a lot of suffering, a lot of hardships, a lot of trials, and a lot of tribulations. But here's the thing. The man standing before you right now is the product of those hard times. And those hard times can teach us a lot of different lessons.
No matter who you are, what walk of life you come from, you don't need legs to leave a footprint on earth, man. You don't need anybody's approval to leave a footprint on earth. Sometimes you just have to go out and do what makes you happy, and that could lead to something glorious.
Vocabulary, take it out. Cry if you must. Rest if you must. But the worst thing you can do is quit. When you want something bad, you can't count the cost, because if you count the cost and you see how much it costs, you might give up. So you got to go in knowing that I don't count the cost. I do as many reps as it takes. I study as long as it takes. I pay whatever the price is. You get to a point when you don't count it. You just do whatever it takes to get whatever you want.
Put yourself in a position where you can't retreat, where it's do or die, sink or swim. Here's what you'll find out. You'll develop incredible swimming.
What's stopping you? Are you too tired? Didn't get enough sleep? Don't have enough energy? Don't have enough time? Is that what's stopping you right now? Don't have enough money? Is that the thing? Or is the thing that's stopping you, you?
Excuses sound best to the person that's making them up. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Get off the pity potty. Telling everybody your sad and sob stories, trying to get people to show up to your pity potties and your pity parades. If you ever see me in a Rolls Royce, a 6 or 7 star hotel, living my life to the fullest, don't get jealous of me, because I work my ass off to get it.
If I can do it, everybody else can do it. I'm no different from you. I'm not different from anybody else here in this room. I'm no different from anybody else here on this planet. I'm your regular, degular dude living the human experience just like everybody else is living the human experience. I'm just so happen to be a guy that I feel like I have the ability to help people realize their potential.